This is the cost and consequence of Greg Abbott and the kind of political stunts at the border that doesn't bring security or safety, but in fact creates more chaos where our country meets the rest of the world. So it's a political stunt more than it is anything else. But the cost is coming right here to the people of Laredo, to the folks who work, the truck drivers behind me who've been on this bridge almost all day, who on a typical day might be crossing 4 times, but right now are only crossing 1 time. And they get paid per crossing, by the way. So try hiring truck drivers if this goes on much longer. What you see behind me is not just stalled trucks. You see a supply chain problem that is the making of the governor of the state of Texas, making it harder for goods to get to the consumers in America who are waiting on it, making it harder for things to come into small business owners who depend on them to be able to literally stay in business and keep their employees on the payroll. What you see behind me is inflation. You're going to see job losses throughout the state of Texas. There are 600,000 jobs that depend on the U.S.-Mexico trade that takes place here at the Columbia Bridge in Laredo. And you're going to see job losses across the country. 6 million jobs nationally depend on what we have here. This is the cost and consequence of Greg Abbott and the kind of political stunts at the border that doesn't bring security or safety, but in fact creates more chaos where our country meets the rest of the world. So every single one of these trucks is going to have an inspection from the state of Texas after they've already waited in line. They've crossed through the federal inspection point to make sure that they've got all their paperwork in order, everything's legal. And my understanding is that those DPS inspectors are not actually even able to look inside to check the cargo.
The Texas Department of Public Safety will continue to thoroughly inspect vehicles entering into the United States from every Mexican state except Nuevo Leon. The ultimate way to end the clogged border is for President Biden to do his job and to secure the border. If you want relief from the clogged border, you need to call President Biden and tell him to maintain the Title 42 expulsion policy that has been in place for years. You need to tell President Biden to aggressively enforce the Remain in Mexico policy. You need to call your member of Congress and insist that they hold the Biden administration accountable.